Hey VCHHD students, my name's Andy, I'm a VC Health and Human Development teacher. In this short video I'm going to look at answering the 2022 VCHHD exam question number 5. Just a reminder before we dive into question number 5, over at the Health Resources Hub YouTube channel there's over 100 videos now available that can help you in the lead up to the exam this year, and a new video will be coming out each day between now and the HHD exam at the end of the year. Please let your HHD friends know that they can subscribe, and you can too by hitting the button in the bottom corner of the video there. You can also see our social media links there if you'd like to follow us and get alerts of new videos coming out each day, and also our email if you've got any questions or suggestions for videos you'd like me to work on. Question 5 from the 2022 exam was with 8 marks. It started with some stimulus material that said world tourism has increased significantly over the last 20 years. And so A for 6 marks was asking you to analyse the implications of increased tourism for health and well-being. So it mentions health and well-being, so obviously you should be linking to dimensions of health and well-being. And if it's worth 6 marks, I'd encourage my students to try to link into 3 different dimensions while making meaningful links to increased tourism. You can see there that in the examiner's report and mentioned that responses could focus on positive and or negative implications of increased tourism to answer this question. So there's lots of different ways that you could have obviously answered this question. A lot of students made links to increased profit that business owners would make who live locally in an area where there might be increased tourism, and that then means that locals have got greater financial stability and there might be less financial stress, which might promote their mental health and well-being. A lot of students also made other links to that increased profit by local business owners, meaning that locals might be more likely to afford things like healthcare, and then link that onto a dimension of health and well-being. So there's lots of links you could have made regarding increased tourism leading to greater profit for business owners in those particular areas. Also, quite a lot of students, like the student in the high scoring response below there, talked about a negative aspect of increased tourism, and that could lead to greater levels of things like pollution and destruction of the environment, which might mean that locals could feel upset that their country might be being disrespected or damaged, and that could negatively impact on things like emotional health and well-being. Or if it was ruining the environment, it could potentially lead to individuals feeling like they don't have that sense of connection to the environment if they're no longer able to perhaps partake in activities within the environment they enjoyed because they'd been destroyed by tourists. So lots of different ways to link to the dimensions of health and well-being there. You were then asked in B to use one indicator of the Human Development Index to outline how an increase in tourism could have an impact on a country's HDI. So once again, remember there's 4 indicators of the Human Development Index, so you could have chosen any of those. And basically you had to just link it to increased tourism. So you could have talked about how increased tourism might have increased the GNI per capita in a country, okay, due to business owners increasing their profits and earnings and income, and therefore because that's an indicator that could increase a country's HDI. In the high scoring response below there from the examiner's report, they talked about how expected years of schooling might be improved as the income earned by countries due to tourism increases, and that means locals are able to afford to send their children to school, and that could increase a country's HDI. So there's lots of different links you could have made between the different indicators and increase in tourism. Okay, hopefully you found that video useful on my Health Resources Hub YouTube channels there, our social media links, and our email. Thanks so much.